Right, so I'm going to be doing this, sorry, in two parts, maybe three. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me because I've got a lot of noise in the background. I've got my babies home and my hubby, so but basically what I'm doing is I'm going to show you how I make some mince and Mediterranean vegetables, which we will eat with some tortillas. I don't know what it's called. I'm not one of those that gives names to food, like spaghetti carbonara and shit like that. I don't do that. Anyway, so the reason I'm doing this is because I'm a bit pissed off. I was watching a couple of um, videos and stuff, spending quite a lot of time actually watching that stuff, and uh, I got a bit irritated because I kept on hearing people going on about the ban, saying like, it's your fault if it's not working and shit like that, and you're not eating healthy, and I don't see why we should be eating restricted. Anyway, I'll kind of, it will make sense a bit later on when I sit down, but I'm basically doing this because and I'm already a minute and 20 seconds in, so I'll just be kind of showing you how I cook all the time with generally no oil, and it kind of works out pretty good. I have here, I hope the angle is alright. I have, if I'm shouting, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of noise. So I have my natural carrots, I have 2 onions, um, 1 pepper, yellow, I have Jamaican all-purpose seasoning, and I have ground cinnamon. I have a clove of garlic, of which I've already peeled 6 of them, and this is what they look like, peeled. Sorry, little ones like that. And I've got my lean mince that I got from Iceland for £4. Most of my stuff is from there. And then I've got, I've got my tortillas, which I will actually put them in the fridge, and I will be taking out as well my my Mediterranean vegetables in a bit. So there are things that I normally would use, like mixed herbs, but and a couple of other things, but hey, money's too tight to mention at the moment, so boy, because I'm a good cook, I'm going to just use what I've got available to me, hence me using 2 onions, but I love onions in any case, and quite a lot of garlic, cloves, flavor, and yeah, cinnamon as a substitute. So here I go. I use a wok, and the reason I use a wok, I'll be grating my things in this, my cloves, because I don't have blenders and shit like that. So I use a wok, and the reason I use a wok is because it cooks stuff in literally half the time. So I have my mince here, as you can see. I have my mince, and I just basically tip it in like that. I guess one would have sufficed, but I'm one of those ones always thinking about tomorrow, so that just, you can have that for lunch tomorrow or dinner if I don't want to cook. And in the meantime, all I have done is just put in my mince, and I've got my water as well in a jug to the ready. So while that's happening, it's starting, so I'll take my cloves, my garlic. Now normally I would grate it on this side because it's smaller, but whatever, I use the bigger one today just to save me on time. Actually, yeah, I use a bigger one. So the mince already starts going brown pretty quick, and I just grate my garlic in. Like I said, I don't have a blender, and I'm using 6 cloves of garlic. So I see that mince is getting a bit brown already, and not too worried at the moment just yet. I can see it browning already underneath. I've got my wok on quite a high heat as well. So start putting in a little bit of water. It kind of seems odd and it seems a lot, but it really isn't. This is just another way of cooking without having to, you know, have the oil or even the olive oil and stuff like that in. So, you know, it does make a lot of difference because it does take out quite a few calories. And it is lean beef mince. I personally would like to use the corn mince, but they didn't have it, so because that's 60 to 70% less fat. But hey, got that in, got that going, and I got number 6 in. So I'll just stick that in there. I'm a bit rough and ready today, but hey, can't be, you know, great all the time, every day. Not that I'm great, well, I am, so. To my kids, and my husband. Yeah, sometimes he just isn't great. But, oh, there you go. Done that. I can't really show you what it looks like, just washing my hands. But, what's happening is that the water and stuff, I'll show you, this is what it looks like at the moment. Okay? Now, instead of messing about with it or anything, I'm just going to close it just so that the, so just turn this down a little bit, like tight. And I'm just doing this because, I'm just so that it can start getting the flavor. It steams in and the steam kind of starts going in. So I'm cutting here my yellow pepper. Everyone is different. I tend to don't really worry too much still about how I cut it or whatever. It all ends up the same way still. So, and before people start moaning, I have actually washed it. So prior to this, and can you see? Bring it down a little more. I hope you can see. I hope the light isn't too terrible. Okay, well, I really hope it's not too terrible, but anyway, I just cut into strips. I'm on 7 minutes so far. Alright, doing pretty good. So what I do is, once I see this happening, once it starts bleeding like this and it's a bit brown on the top, I take yeah, this is what I use, this with a wooden spoon with a fork, and I start breaking it, just taking off the edges. Whatever will come off is what I take off. And then I obviously take my garlic off it, and it starts mixing into some of the rare mince and some of the normal mince. I have to break it and thing it over now because it's just not gonna. So they just break some of it off, turn it around. Food generally doesn't look too great when you start. It's, you know, it kind of flavors out in the end. Again, so far as you see, no oil, and I've gone ahead and just leave it because I've got stuff, you know, other stuff to still prepare. I'll put in some cinnamon in a bit, and I'm still busy just chopping away my peppers. I will be adding some Mediterranean vegetables in as well. Frozen. Don't have time to go buy stuff and, you know, be making it all from scratch and that kind of shit, because, you know, I'm a busy mom. I've got shit to do. So, oh, God. Use this knife, it just makes it easier for me. And I just go down, cut into strips, and then I just go ahead and just carry on cutting it down. Now obviously people use different things and do different things. That's, you know, each to their own. Each to their own. You don't have to use what I'm using. I'm just, the point of this is to show that you can eat really great food without oil or butter, you know, and stuff like that. It really does, it can taste great. I would have normally put in some herbs at this point, but like I said, man, it's still tight to mention. Anyway, here we go. So I take it off. And I just chuck that in. Chucked it in. Starting to smell a bit good. Put in some cinnamon. I don't know why. Normally I put in cinnamon cloves, but I put in some cinnamon, and like I said, I don't know why. I go ahead with what I feel to do, and I do it, and it works out. So I've done that before, and it's worked out. Now I won't do it. I won't touch it. I'll just leave it like this. Just leave it as is, and then I'll put in, cut my onion. The first one. I don't kind of cut onions like the chefs do into little pieces. I did used to do that before. My husband does that. It doesn't really bother. I couldn't be bothered to do it anymore, to be honest. That's really why I don't do it. So, you know, hey. Just trying to watch the time. And then I'm already 11 minutes in. As you can see, this is pretty quick as well. So, moms out there, you can do this. Oh. And I am using some fresh ingredients. It's not like, oh, my garlic is fresh, my onions are fresh. So just peel it up. And like I said, we'll be eating this with tortillas tonight. So it's finger food. You can eat it with rice or pasta or whatever. So this is my onions. I'll cut them into fours, as you can see there. Cut into fours, and then I basically just go straight along the line like this. I don't do anything great. That's it, you know. Go straight across like this. Chuck in some. Then I go back in to do a little bit of a stir. I just take the top bits off, you know, like this. I just take some of the top bits off. I don't actually start breaking the mince apart and stuff like that. I don't do that because it's just, I find it time consuming, and also because I've got a lot of fresh ingredients going in, you know, I'd rather just kind of let the mince take its time as well. So it doesn't look pretty great, but it will taste great. So onions, still no oil, in a wok. Oh crap, it's disgusting. Sorry. So, it's in the bin. Just wipe off here. You know, the great thing about a wok as well is, I know, someone kind of close up. I can start smelling the cinnamon coming from there. So, what I'll do is I'll throw in a generous amount of all-purpose, Jamaican all-purpose seasoning. It's quite a generous amount actually. And get my onions back in there. Followed by my carrots. I do put quite a lot of onions in because I like it, and it seasons it quite well as well. Now you could cut like this and then turn around and cut again and stuff like that. You know, each to their own. This is not a cookery school. This is just me, you know, showing that you can cook really great food without oil and shit like that. And, you know, before you knock it, try it. Trust me. And it's not that I don't have oil. I've got way too much oil, actually. So there you go. Put that in. Give it another stir. Onions are really great for seasoning as well. Bloody good. Really, really good. So, there you go. I love the all-purpose seasoning because if you kind of run out of, like I did, spices and stuff, my curries and all the stuff I normally use, then you know this will do you just fine. This with a bit of pepper. You don't need to add salt to it, but I find you really don't need to add salt. So now it looks like this. There you go. Starting to not burn, get a bit roasty on the side. So